Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. If you're a Florida State fan, Miami fan, Gator fan, hit that subscribe button. You're more than welcome over here on Big 3 T2y. It's Gator Fridays, Gator Fridays. A lot of news came out this week for the Gators. As you guys can see, graphic on the screen right here, Patrick Toney. Now, Patrick Toney will be departing from the Florida Gators and going on over to the Arizona Cardinals as a linebackers coach. So, Bill Napier has already replaced him with a guy by the name of Austin Armstrong, somebody that he's very familiar with, somebody from the Sun Belt Conference, of course. Southern Miss, Southern Miss. Um, if you want to see what his defense is like, just watch Southern Miss versus Miami. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. Miami was terrible last year, but they damn sure didn't, you know, look bad against Southern Miss. So that's the kind of defensive coordinator that the Florida Gators is going to be picking up. Now, obviously, it's an open platform, so I will put the link in the chat. Anybody could, come on in, give their thoughts and opinions on the Florida Gators. Um, Patrick Toney is not the only coach that's departing from the Gators, whether it's going to the NFL or just, going to another team. We have two other guys also. So let me go ahead and put the link in the chat for any Gator fans or any fans that wants to come on in and, give their thoughts and opinions on the Florida Gators. Of course, we're going to also talk about the Florida Gators offense going into 2023. Expectations, way too early expectations in the spring, of course. So the link is in the chat. Let me put it again. I don't think it went through. Why is it not popping up? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. So Patrick Toney, man, Patrick Toney. Now, I've read into the boards a lot this past season. I watched the Gators took 6 losses, of course, and then that extra loss in the bowl game. Mr. Tony here is not a fan favorite. A lot of you guys aren't gonna be mad that he's gone. It'll feel like, hey, move on with your life, go ahead and it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys did not expect for him to hire somebody, at the Sun Belt level again. You guys were looking for a splash hire. I've been reading your comments and stuff, and some of you guys are okay with the hire, and some of you guys are like, yep, Billy is not the guy. He won't be here too long, and all that good stuff. Now, I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on Patrick Toney departure. I want to hear you guys, speak on Patrick Toney's departure. Because if I go based on what the others are saying on all the boards, then basically y'all hated this guy. And then I've also read ones where, y'all didn't give him enough time. Y'all ran him out of here. His wife didn't like y'all or whatever it was. So I must say this as a Miami Hurricane fan, I could tell you Gator fans, if you keep hiring and firing or guys keep leaving, because we having the same issue. Guys keep coming and leaving. It's gonna have you guys pretty much in a slump for some years to come. If you can't have consistent coaching, then you obviously know how that's gonna work. But anyway, like I said, guys, the link is in the chat now. You do have another coach, that departure. Of course, I got all of them for you. You got about 3 of them that departed, and you're possibly gonna have some more. Let me go ahead and pull up this other guy. The tight ends coach, Williams. William, William is leaving too. I don't know what it is. Maybe whatever Billy's selling, these guys is like, we could go to the NFL, or we could go somewhere else and get it at a better price or whatever. We don't have to really deal with all you baby lizards. So, tight ends coach, how y'all feeling about this guy? His departure. How was he with y'all tight ends? Were you guys satisfied with the tight ends play this season? Um, the only assistant coach I will miss is the wide receivers coach. So you won't miss this guy. The tight ends. Which one of your tight ends looked good this year? And who are your tight ends? To be honest with you, did any of those guys look any better than the year before? Now I know year one is pretty tough to judge, but is it too soon to say any of these guys will be missed? To be honest. He says, Kane fan talking about assistants leaving, laugh out loud. Hey, we want to talk about assistants leaving for the Canes? We'll talk about that on Monday. It's Gator Friday, so focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. We're talking about your team, but you're worrying about the Canes right now. Your team. And then they say Miami's not relevant. Ain't that some? So my guy here, what's the history with him? Where is he going? Because I have an idea where the other guys are going, but where is he going? Is he going to the NFL too, or is he just getting up out of Gainesville? Where is he going? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, Gator fans. Where is he going? Why did he leave? Was he told to leave? That's another question. Was he told to leave? Because leaving on your own, that's great. But if you was told to leave, then that's a different story. So did you guys tell him to leave, or did he leave on his own? Now, obviously, your next guy, he's going to the Broncos. So y'all ain't had to tell him to leave. He was going to leave on his own regardless. My guy here, Mr. Colbert, he's leaving on his own. He's leaving on his own. So some of these coaches, according to Florida fans, they weren't good enough. They was not good enough to the coach at Florida. But yet they were good enough to go to the NFL and coach. This guy here is going to the NFL. Patrick Toney, one of the most hated Gator coaches that I've seen, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen, he's going to the NFL. Patrick Toney's going to the NFL. So was these coaches that terrible, or was Florida just impatient, stubborn? What's Alabama fan like? What's the deal? What's the deal? He said both Tony, they went to Arizona, and he's going to Denver. Yeah, both of those guys are going to Arizona. So the tight ends coach is going to Arizona. They're going to the NFL. They're picking up NFL jobs. Now, obviously, they're not a package deal to Arizona. Obviously, they coach on different sides of the ball. So why is the Arizona Cardinals, why are they targeting the Florida Gators coach? And it's not like a package deal. Why are they targeting y'all coaches? Were y'all coaches that good, just didn't have enough time at Florida? Or what was it? Was it their prior history to Florida, why they got the job? Because I didn't see nothing from Florida this year to be saying, Patrick Toney deserves an NFL job. I didn't see nothing from, this guy or even the tight ends coach. All I seen was mid-product all year for the Florida Gators. Mid-product. Yes, mid-product. Middle of the pack. You said Florida got a sorry staff. Not according to the NFL. Not according to the NFL. Who else do you think they're going to take from? Leave this conversation with P5 teams. That's tough. Matthew, where I don't see UCF in the chat, man. That stuff. Yeah, Florida can't even say nothing about UCF. Last time they played each other, UCF won that game. So, that's kind of tough too. But yeah, man, coaches departing, coaches leaving. Now, who's gonna replace my guy Kerry here as wide receivers coach? Do you Florida Gator fans have any replacements in mind? Who do you want to come coach your wide receivers? Who would want the job? Who? I mean, it's hard to invite people to a dumpster fire. I know. It's hard to invite people to a dumpster fire, but who would want that? Who would want to take this job? Seriously. Now, a lot of Florida fans are going to come on here and say, "Oh, Miami's on probation, this, that, and the third," and clarify some things for you guys. The women basketball team. The women basketball team. There's a pair of twins, beautiful young ladies. Apparently they had dinner with Ruiz before they signed with the program. You know, a little shrimp, steak, lobster, whatever it may be. Allegedly, by the way, everything's alleged. Um, so the compliance or whatever the NCAA investigation and put them on probation. The head coach of the women's basketball team was suspended for 3 games, which already, happened and everything like that. All the so-called sanctions paid. I think it was a fine of 5,000 and a year of probation. But according to a lot of these news sources, the whole athletic department's under sanctions or probation or whatever. Which I'm gonna tell you guys this for all you Seminoles and Gator fans out there, it affects the football team none whatsoever. It don't affect us. So if you care a lot about women's basketball, which I'm gonna be honest with you, most of us don't. We don't. And some of you guys might want to pretend like you do, but you don't. Because I guarantee you, your butt's not in those seats. I've watched the women's games. I watched the Florida women's game. I watched Florida State women's game. I watched Miami's women's game. Those seats, they listen. The cameraman has a great job of trying not to show the stadiums. Those seats are empty. So sanctions on women basketball. Be honest with you, don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just glad that it didn't pretty much do anything. But what I do have a problem with is Florida Gators, is Florida Gator alumni in our compliance team. See, our compliance teams, to me, we need some changes. We need to fire some people. We need to fire 2 Gators. We got Gator alumni on our compliance team. Why would we have Gator alumni? They're not for us. They don't want to see us do good. They don't want the better for Miami. Why do we have these baby lizards on our compliance? Why don't we just hire some Miami Hurricanes on our compliance team? Those baby lizards will sell us out to the NCAA the moment, the chance they get. They're not loyal to us. Them hoes ain't loyal. But anyways, man, back to the regular schedule program. These Florida Gators, these baby lizards. Um, Tony first year with the defense had them ranked in the 80s, 90s, and 100s. So kind of hard to say it was a big loss. Was it Tony though, or was it the kind of talent that you guys have? When Tony came in, a lot of those guys departed. Not to mention he came in at the last. They came in. They came in towards the end where Dan Mullen was not recruiting. Pretty much had done. Pretty much said, F this job. I want to go to the NFL. Didn't work out for him. So can you really put all the blame on this awful defense on Tony? Can you really? Some Gator fans want Billy Gonzalez, wide receiver coach under Mullen, to come back, or Ike. He said no room to talk about dumpster fire. Hey man, Florida's a dumpster fire. I said it. They're just a bigger dumpster. They a bigger dumpster fire than we are. You know what's funny about Florida? You guys brag and laugh and giggled about our coaching staff at the end of the season. Gaddis gone, Steele, Strong, all those guys or whatever. Just to turn around right before spring start. Now you don't have a receivers coach, tight ends coach, or a defense. Well, you got a defensive coordinator. Now you ain't got no coaches either. But it's funny. It's funny to me how y'all love to jump the gun and laugh at other programs. Man, shout out to Sarge. He said UGA 15-0. And you know what? Not one Gator fan can tell him he's wrong. Not one Gator fan, because not one Gator fan can say they're gonna beat Georgia. Not this year, not next year, not the year after. Not even the year after that. Florida, I think y'all at the end of the ropes, to be honest with you. I think y'all at the end of the line. Let me see. Florida is a bigger dumpster fire. Yes, absolutely. I don't even have to read the rest. Florida is a bigger dumpster fire. That's all I need to read right there. Yes, absolutely. Now, if you want to read the rest of it, talking about can't make a bowl game, did you guys not go to the bowl game and humiliate yourself? You literally struggled to score 3 points, and the only reason you scored 3 points was because Billy Napier knew that the fans would whine and moan and cry all off season if he didn't put up 3 points, if he left out of there with a goose egg. That's the only reason y'all scored 3 points. Because had he not go for that three, y'all wouldn't have scored any points at all. Y'all would have got beaten 30-0. 30-0. Man, that's tough. Then you lost your best running back in Lorenzo Lingard. Ain't that crazy? But Gator fans, how y'all feeling, man? Wide receivers coach, you said Billy Gonzalez. That was under Mullen. What about the tight ends coach? Who you guys want to replace them with? Who you guys want to replace him with? Because you got to replace two. You got to replace two coaches on the offensive side. So who you guys want to replace them with? Man, it's a tough world out here in Gator Nation. It's tough being a Gator, man. Tough being a Gator, ain't it? Let me see. Let me see what else you Gators got going on. Let me see what else y'all got going on. What's going on in Gainesville? What are all y'all hot topics? See what y'all got going on in recruiting also too. I think other than hiring your coaches, that's your main focus right now is recruiting. Um, Gator fans, I'll tell you one thing to keep a lookout for the NCAA because I think they're about to come down on you guys too with your Gator collectives. Um, you didn't hear that here first though. I think your investigation should be ongoing with the Gator collectives and you know being connected to your school and all that stuff allegedly. So keep a lookout for all of that. So if you think Miami's little probational situation with the women's basketball team is something, keep an eye out because I think you guys gonna be you guys gonna be in it for a rude awakening pretty soon. Your team pretty much sucks. You're in the SEC, one of the strongest conference according to you guys, and your team about to be it's about to get worse, man. It's so much stuff going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. But let me pull up y'all boards, see what y'all main topic is, see if we can get into it tonight. Um, Also, we'll talk about the offensive side of the Florida Gators tonight. Also, I'm gonna put the link in the chat again for anybody that didn't see it or whatever. Any Gator fans that do want to come in, the link is in the chat. All right, so let's go see our boards before we get into the offensive talk. Florida should be playing Cincinnati in basketball or baseball. One of them. Let me see which one it is. Who y'all playing tonight? Is it baseball or basketball? I think y'all playing Cincinnati. All right, so yeah, y'all playing Cincinnati in baseball tonight. Y'all probably get a win on that one. Y'all probably get a win. I think you guys were leading like 13-6 at one point. So y'all should definitely win that game. Baseball team is good, but your football team is trash. Right now our basketball team is lighting it up. So I guess our baseball team looking pretty decent too. So I guess we're a basketball and baseball school according to y'all and the Florida State fans. Let's see here. I got a little video here from you. Let's see what Mr. Pate here. Let's see what he had to say about you.
I'm not. He transferred to Florida. Did you know that? I think most of you did. Most of you tuned in or diehards. But if you didn't, someone may have come back from their honeymoon. Someone may have done the irresponsible thing of spending Christmas with their family instead of being locked into the transfer portal. And shame on you if you are that person. We kid. We're here for you to remind you the Graham Mertzes of the world were on the move while you were focusing on responsible things around the holidays. And he is now a Florida Gator and may very well be their starting quarterback. In fact, if he's not, I don't know who will be. I had someone come to me the other day, not come at me, but come to me the other day and said, I've got a bold prediction for you. And I said, it's not bold prediction season yet. See me in August. He said, nope, I got to get this off my chest now. And his reason was a lot of people are going to be saying what I'm saying to you. He said, Graham Mertz is the next Hendon Hooker.
He said Graham Mertz is the next Hendon Hooker. Whoever said that.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Oh, God. Delusional Gators.
I paused as I thought something else was coming behind it, and nothing did. That was the entirety of the prediction. I am hesitant to buy into that, but crazier things have happened. I will just say, for the record, I don't think that will be one of the more popular predictions that we get in August. But Billy Napier has got to hitch his wagon to the horses he's got. And it may very well be that Graham Mertz is a guy who is able to do big things for Florida this year. They got a big void to fill.
Definitely won't be Drew.
Mr. Lover.
It definitely won't be Jaden Rashada. We know that. We know that for a fact. It won't be Jaden Rashada. All right. So some receiving names, some wide receivers, coaches or whatever. We're now hearing that South Carolina wide receivers coach Justin Stepp is emerging as a strong candidate to take on the same role at Florida in the light key. So Carey leaving or whatever, and they're saying that the South Carolina wide receivers coach Justin Stepp might actually be the replacement. Could be. Now some replies did come into that. Some guys did react to that, if possible, if you guys were to get them. So I don't hate this. If you guys were to get Justin Stepp, this guy said Foreman guy. Recruited Taylon Burks to Arkansas. So wide receivers coach for the Gamecocks. This Justin guy. Justin. So this is one of the candidates that you guys are looking at to become your next wide receiver coach. All the commits that he has listed here came from Arkansas, and 3 from Arkansas, and 2 from South Carolina. 1 wide receiver. 4 wide receiver and the inside offensive lineman. So that's his recruiting history. These, 5 guys on the list. But he's from Foreman. He's a Foreman guy. At least this time around, if you do hire this guy, at least he's at a Power 5 level. At least he has, SEC ties and, young guy, 39 years old, salary almost around $500,000. So, that's a pretty decent candidate for you guys. Y'all can let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about him. How was his time at South Carolina? Were you guys impressed with South Carolina's wide receivers? You guys can let me know how you feel about Mr. Step. No decision has been made according to sources, just a momentum in this direction. Okay, so that's just a candidate, one of your guys' candidate. Now I'm pretty sure, being that this is fresh news, a lot of candidates are going to start emerging. You guys are going to start throwing out names out there. Some going to be more likable than others. Guys did offer a 3-star wide receiver also. Wide receiver, he's 6'3", 190 pounds, out of the class of 2024, out of Indiana. So, a guy from up north, Natarion Tungle. Natarion Tungle. So you guys are offering him, listed as a 3-star. Wide receiver is the number 71st wide receiver, and he's the number 8 in Indiana. So 3-star wide receiver y'all are offering. What else we got? Also, guys, I've been seeing a lot of Anthony Richardson stock drafts. Somebody actually got him going number 1 overall, which I think is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. I don't know where they come up with this stuff. I don't know how they come up with this stuff, but ain't no way in the world Anthony Richardson going overall, number 1 overall pick. No way in hell. Not one. But the betting lines are up, guys. The betting lines are up. Anthony Richardson's odds to be the number 1 pick. Now, open at plus 10,000. Last week it was plus 5. Today it's plus 1,500. Actually, today it's plus 700. So it's actually getting momentum. What would that mean if Anthony Richardson actually drafted number 1? Would it mean that the NFL sees the upside to him better than the Florida Gators could actually coach? Or does that mean that your guys' talent couldn't live up to the standard or the height of this quarterback or his ceiling or whatever? Do they feel like they can push his potential a lot better than you guys did? Because obviously, to be honest with you, he looked at more as a runner than a passer at the Florida Gators. Actually looked at terrible as a passer, to be honest with you. 100% looked at terrible as a passer.
They're letting this play run, and Richardson throws to the end zone, out of
the... I don't know who got this guy listed as a number 1, but I wouldn't put my money on it. I would not put my money on it. But if you Gators got some money to waste, other than putting it into the collectives, then you're more than welcome to. Now, okay, so they did sit down with Billy Napier. Let's see what that is. He said you should play the interception where Jake Garcia threw the ball to Duke DB with no Miami wide receiver in the area. Why would I play that? Why? That's not Gator. That's not Gator related. Why would I play anything Gator related on Gator Friday? This is supposed to be all night. Why are you focusing on Miami? We're here to talk about all the news that's going on in Florida. The Florida Gators, the baby lizards. Why are we talking about Miami? Miami is not the center of attention tonight. I understand that I'm a Miami fan, but let's focus on the Florida Gators problems. He said play the Hail Mary versus Florida State. Now we'll play that on a Wednesday. This is Florida Gator night, man. This is Florida Gator night. We don't play anything but Florida Gator stuff tonight.
Throwing a player's shoe.
Well,
and it wasn't 11. It was Marco Wilson.
Right, it was 3.
We don't do that. We don't do that tonight. The focus is not Miami. It's not Florida State. It's the Florida Gators. Now, speaking of Gators, outside of football, a Gator actually took the life of an older, elderly woman in the state of Florida this week. Lady was out in the backyard walking her dog. They actually had it on surveillance camera too. Gator came up out of the water, went for the dog, got the lady basically, dragged her in the water, and RIP to her. The rest is history. But the Florida Gators, though, the football team, they're nothing like that Gator. They don't have that reptilian instinct. They're more on the iguana side. They're more on the iguana side. Let me stop. Oh man. South Carolina's South Georgia, I'm sorry. Safety has Florida standing out at the landing offer. So you guys are offering a safety from South Georgia. So this guy, Josiah Davis, he's got off from the Florida Gators, whatever. Jay Bateman, I guess he's one of y'all linebackers. Coach, he's getting my offer. This is a kid out of South Georgia. So Nashville, Georgia, to be exact. So you guys handed him a pass. Coach Joe Hamilton has been hitting me up on Twitter for a while, and we've been chatting and more. They have been talking to my head coach, and he said he thought the offer would be coming because Coach Bateman and Napier has been telling him how they're watching my film more. So actually gave him an offer. He actually will take a visit too, by the way, on March 4th. So on March 4th, he'll be visiting the Florida Gators. Let me see. I don't think that lady is from Florida. You should know not to hang around that close to the water in this state. And the hurricanes. Oh my God. Why are we focusing on the hurricanes, man? The Gators, focusing on the Gators. Focus. Focus. All right, so y'all got that safety y'all offered. Let me see. Let me try to get out some more headlines before we talk about y'all atrocious offense. Now they did have this one kid, top 100 athlete. He's a Gators childhood favorite or whatever. So he that grew up liking y'all, they probably end up going to y'all. The Florida Gators extended their 2024 recruiting board with an offer to Burlington, North Carolina. So he's out of Burlington, North Carolina, a guy by the name of U. Cumming. Wow. His name is U. M. Cummins. U. Cummins. Oh my God. That's crazy. Four-star athlete. Never mind. So the school is actually named Cummins. So the guy's name is actually Jonathan Taylor. So the school is actually UM Cummins. Imagine telling somebody that's where you went for high school. UM Cummins. So Jonathan Taylor this Monday got an offer from them. This offer did not come as a surprise to him, as he's been talking with area recruiter Jay Bateman. So Bateman out here just handing out offers now, just out here swinging around. North Carolina. The last one he offered was a safety from South Georgia. So he out here swinging. Yeah, I see. Y'all did say y'all cast a huge net. Probably won't end up getting none of these guys. Oh man, in-state DL. Okay, so you got another guy returning for a visit. In-state defensive lineman Dimitri Nicholas. So he's supposed to be visiting again or whatever. Florida Gators obviously the Broncos. You guys coach leaving for the Broncos. Football news: recruits react to a pair of Florida assistant coaches moving on. So some of the recruits actually gave their thoughts on your just moving on. So let's see what they had to say. Let's see what their deliberation was on these coaches leaving. On the Florida Gators, their initial hires on the Philadelphia coaching staff depart from the program on Wednesday morning. Co-defensive coordinator, safety coach Patrick Tony, and tight ends coach Williams are both set to take on jobs in the NFL with Arizona Cardinals. Obviously, Tony's replacement is already named Austin Armstrong, as is the play caller. Sources told 247 Sports. ESPN first reported that Florida was targeting Armstrong for the job on Tuesday night. So obviously Armstrong's already got the job. But let's what I had to say now. 6'1", 212-pound linebacker, class of 2024. He's already a commit from back in August 2022. Back in August. So he committed. Let's see what he had to say about this. He said, "Sad to see him go. It's great. It's a great move for him, and I'm wishing him nothing but the best. I will be back in March, but not sure of the exact date yet. So he'll definitely be back. That's Miles Graham. He'll definitely be back. He's also out of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. So he'll say he'll be back. I'm looking forward to meeting Austin Armstrong." Now another guy here. He's a Georgia commit. Well, not committed, but they're predicting that he'll be a Georgia commit. King Joseph Edwards, listed as an athlete out of Georgia. 6'5", 242 pounds. he weighed in. They will be privileged to have him. Basically, talking about the Arizona Cardinals. He has passion for the game, um, specifically the position of tight end. Also, he's listed as an athlete, but he was being recruited as an athlete. He's good people. Why? He's good people. Um, he was the reason the Gators were in my top schools. Very happy for his new position. It's wait and see with UF. They might hire a coach from another school I already have a good relationship with. Super excited to see who they hire. Thanks for the opportunity. So that's from King Joseph Edwards. Y'all pretty familiar with him. Y'all gave him an offer, and you stole the city of Miami. You used the city of Miami to give this kid an offer. One of your graphics, you put him in the graphic with the city of Miami instead of the city of Gainesville. That's tough. That's probably why he's more of a Georgia lean. All right, another kid weighed in. 4-star tight end Walker Matthews. He also commented on these coaching departure. His pride when he was recruiting me was unmatched compared to every other school that was recruiting me. I was not expecting it, but it doesn't change anything. I will get back to the campus sometime in March, but I don't have dates. I want to visit Florida State, and Miami in March. Oh, snap. I want you guys to hear that again. So Walker Matthews. He's a tight end. He's 6'7". Says in March, I want to visit Florida State, and Miami in March. Man, that's gonna be a nice outcome. Let's see who he chooses. All right, another 4-star tight end, of course. The reason why so many tight ends, guys, is because Florida lost their tight ends coach Williams to the NFL, to the Arizona Cardinals. So Caleb Odom, he's a tight end also from Georgia, 6'5", 200 pounds. Listed as a 4-star. His comments to you guys, coaches leaving, it's crazy. I actually saw it on Instagram. I'm happy for Coach though. It's obviously going to affect recruiting just a little bit, but I'm still looking forward to building with Coach Napier. Okay, so you got a guy that's selling the dream. Another tight end, Tavion Galloway. He's already committed to LSU. He's committed to LSU. Tight end 6'5", 230 pounds. He's the number 5 tight end in the nation. Oh, number 5 tight end. I'm sorry, in the state of Hawaii. No, actually, I'm sorry. He's the number 5 tight end in the nation, but he's the 82nd player in the nation. So, but in the state of Hawaii, he's the number 2 player in the state of Hawaii. So this is a guy from Hawaii. And his comments was, I'm stoked for him. He's a great coach, and guys, he deserves it. Hopefully he enjoys his time and does great work like he always. Yeah. He said he also possible visit to Florida, but not dates. Nobody. So a lot of these guys do plan to visit, the school, the campus, or whatever, but they don't have any dates set. So, y'all can keep an eye out. And we got quite a few more, so I'm not gonna sit here and go through all these guys' dialogue or whatever. I'm just gonna give you the names or some measurements or something or whatever. So we got another guy here, safety 6'1", 190, class of 2024. They reached out to him. Travaris Banks, they reached out to him. He gave his comments. A 3-star guy in Javaris Boatwright. He also gave his comments. 6'1", he's a safety, 170 pounds. 4-star safety KD Dotson. He gave his his comment also. He's listed as a cornerback. They're saying right now he's a LSU or Arkansas deal. So I guess Florida will try to hang in there and try to make their way into his recruitment. He also gave his comments. Another tight end, Clayton. So this guy is out of Fort Lauderdale. Cardinal Gibbons, tight end, 6'4", 230, listed as a 3-star. He gave his comments on Williams or whatever, Williams' departure. He said he was not aware of him leaving until now. So a lot of these recruits that Williams was recruiting, he didn't even have the courtesy of calling these guys and saying, hey, you know what? I know I've been recruiting you for a minute now. I just got an offer, or I'm taking a job somewhere else. None of these guys, these Florida coaches, the guys that they were recruiting, none of them actually reached out and told them, hey, yo, I got a job, I'm leaving, or hey, no courtesy calls. Man, you gotta love that class up in Florida. And Gators, them Gators definitely got me by surprise. I'm happy for him, of course, and I'll keep contact. But yeah, that's my dude. And that's from Amir Jackson. He's listed as an athlete, most likely a tight end. But yeah. So these coaches departing, man. I don't know if you could call it lack of class, because they're not letting none of these recruits that they've been, building a relationship with know that they're not going to be there. No courtesy interview for Charlie Strong either. Why are we focusing in on the Miami Hurricanes on Gator Friday? Are you guys obsessed with us? The Florida Gator fans, are you guys obsessed with Miami? Why are we talking about Miami on Gator Friday? We're supposed to be focusing on the baby lizards. Come on now. Yeah, man, but plenty of guys. Recently offered offensive tackle has date in mind to visit Florida. So you guys are trying to replace some of those guys on the offensive line. The Florida Gator extended offer to another Florida guy, whatever, 3-star tackle, Ty Helton. This past weekend, that assistant offensive line coach, Darnell Stapleton, got in touch with good news. At the time, Hilton told 247 he was already in the process of setting his first visit to campus since landing that offer. So yeah, should be visiting around March 23rd. So around March 23rd, your guys will get a visit from an offensive lineman, Ty Hilton, 3-star guy. So keep an eye on. Let's see what's his measurables. He's 6'4", 270 pounds. Seems a little small for an offensive guy, but I guess you could put the weight on him when he comes to college. He does have another season in high school. So let's see some of the schools that actually offered him: Bowling Green, East Carolina, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Liberty, Marshall, Miami, Pitt, Rutgers, UCF, and USF. So got quite a few offers. Not too many, but still quite a few offers. All right, so let me pull up you guys' roster. Hopefully, they have some updates or whatever. Not gonna spend too much time on it though, to be honest with you guys, because if they haven't updated the roster, and I don't have any Gator fans in here to help me out with this roster and let me know who's left and who's returning, then it'll be difficult to kind of get the ones and twos or get expectations in positions for you guys. But I will I will do some research and try to see if I can find you guys' updated roster, because a lot of the schools has yet to update their roster with transfers and the guys that's left. and plus the recruits that's coming in. So bear with me. Y'all get in the comment section, man. Hit the like button. Get in the comment section. Let me know how you guys are feeling about your Gators, coach's replacement, and all that good stuff. Alrighty. Also, Gator fans, what are you guys' thoughts on Florida State possibly leaving the ACC to go over to the SEC? How would you guys feel about that? Let me know in the comment section. All right, so rosters. Okay, so as I thought, they did not update them, of course. None of the websites have updated y'all rosters. They still have all the same. Actually, I think we might have one. All right, yeah, we do have an updated roster here. So we could start with the quarterbacks. Obviously, you got Graham Mertz coming in. Anthony Richardson is out. Graham Mertz is coming in. He'll more than likely be your starter. The question is, who will back him up? Who will be a good backup for him? Obviously, you lost, Max. You lost a quarterback, another one. Oh man, and what's going on with you? Yeah, pretty much just trying to get these shows going. These live shows. It's kind of tough doing other fan bases. The start is always rough. So yeah, just trying to get it started, man. Hopefully it'll pick up soon, and going into the season it'll be a lot better. Yeah, but right now I'm just testing it out, trying to do Florida State and Florida also. Try to expand my horizon basically. So hopefully if separating them gets a lot better down the line, then I'll keep doing it. But if not, I'll switch the format back to just doing all three schools on a Wednesday or something like that. Sage, what's going on with you? Yeah, right now I'm just basically trying to build this thing up from the ground up. All right, so the running back position for the Gators. I think it's safe to say that ETN and Johnson's gonna be our running backs. I think it's safe to say. Daniel says the Gators gonna be running Wildcat. They ain't got no quarterback this year. Now, looks like you're a Florida State fan, Daniel. Daniel Gibbs. Look like you're a Florida State fan. Look like you guys are either catching an interception or you're mossing somebody in your profile picture. I can't really tell which one it is, but yeah, the Gators might be in trouble at the quarterback position. Unless this Graham Mertz guy could come in and, be like the second coming of Jesus, then they might be looking to run the ball a lot more in 2023. They do also got a guy came in this class by the name of Webb. So, keep a lookout for Webb. The tight end position look like it's going to be tough. So he's saying Graham Mertz, he's a trash quarterback. Damn, that's tough. That's tough now. Dante Xander, I think he'll probably step it up this year at tight end. I don't really know too much about their tight ends to really say. I didn't see much from them either. That's why I'm surprised that tight ends coach Williams, I'm surprised he got an NFL job, to be honest with you, because their tight ends didn't do much this season. Now, I'm not sure if you can blame it on the tight end or you can blame it on Anthony Richardson and quarterbacks play, but didn't see too much out of him. And the wide receivers, he said Jay Garcia a better quarterback than Graham. Yeah, man, that's tough. That's tough right there. Well, I guess since we ain't got no Gators coming in here to give their thoughts and opinions on it. Been on for an hour now. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'll catch you guys on Monday for Miami Mondays. Seeing that the off season doesn't have too much news going on, I think I'm gonna switch to doing just all three schools at one time. That way we can bundle all the news and do it on Wednesday. And then, after spring, when all the news are flowing in, I'll go back to doing, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for each three schools. But I think it's safe to say that, with limited news in the off season, it's tough to get a show done. Or if I don't do it all three on Wednesday, I might want to switch it from doing live shows every week and doing it every other week. So anyways, man, like, share, subscribe, Gator fans. I'll catch you guys another time. Peace.